Hello, beautiful learners. Welcome to another IELTS listening practice test. Today we are going to practice uh, IELTS listening practice test 15 with answers and proper explanation for answering band 9. So before going to start our class, I just need a few sec to check out the sound quality, whether it's good or not good. Then I will start our class. Okay. Just hold on for a few seconds. I hope you can hear me and you can see what I'm sharing. Okay.
Instructions. You are going to hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recording.
Okay, I checked. Everything is going well, and now it's time to start up. I hope you can hear me and you can see what I'm sharing on my screen. Okay, let's start it.
Instructions. You are going to hear a number of different recordings.
Okay, let's start.
Instructions. You are going to hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. At the end of the real test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Now,
Okay, I hope you got all the instruction for each module and the whole test. Now we are going to practice with part 1 at first, then part 2, part 3, part 4 sequentially. Okay, now let's move on. So here you can see that we have an sample 1. So first we need to practice it. Okay, so yeah, you can see that the correct answer for this simple question is B. Thomas House. Okay, but let's read the question. What does it say? What's the name of the accommodation house? Name of the accommodation house. Let's listen it.
turn to section 1. You will hear a time to look. You will see there is a good morning, everyone. I'm your accommodation advisor. Well, firstly, welcome to Thomas House, which is one of the most popular accommodations in our university.
So as she was saying that welcome to Thomas House. So the name of this house is Thomas House. Okay, I hope you got it. It's really easy to understand. Okay, now let's move on for question number 1. Let's read it and find out some keyword for this question. Okay, the accommodation was originally built as accommodation built as blah blah student plot location local museum private house. Let's listen it.
The name chosen well, a comment about the house and answer your questions. As you know, The building was constructed in the middle of the 18th century and was used by the family of Thomas. That's, of course, how the house and university got its name.
Okay, the answer would be C, because she was saying that the house was the building was constructed in the middle of the 18th century and was used by family of Thomas. So family of a person or Thomas, whatever you listened, it all means that it's uh, it was used for uh, for a family. So that means it's going to be similar or close to private house. Okay, that's what the answer would be, private house. I hope you got it right now. Let's move on to the next question. So here we have to maybe choose two option, because we have here question number 2 and 3. So let's read it. Choose two letter A to E. Which of the following which of the following two facilities are not in the house? So two facilities are not in the house. So which two facilities are not in the house? We have to select them right now. Okay, let's listen it together.
We repaired it and added some new and modern facilities last year.
Excuse me, advisor.
Yes?
What kind of facilities are there in Thomas House?
There are 3 floors. A front hall and a dining room are on the ground floor.
Does the house have a garden
Of course.
and a garage?
No, we don't provide parking lot.
So they don't have a garage, okay? Because he was asking, is there any garden? Is there any garage? And she was saying no. Okay, let's listen for the another option.
Students.
Okay.
A small gym with some new equipment is on the 2nd floor.
Does it have a computer room?
No, I mean a leisure room on the 2nd floor.
So he was asking for, is there any computer room? And she was saying that no, there is no computer room. So the answer would be option C and E. Okay, I hope you got it right. And if some of you don't understand or don't get, I suggest you to rewatch this video again, and then I hope you will get the answer. Okay, let's move on. Now we are going to practice with question number 4 to 7. Complete the table. Write one word only for each answer. So we are allowed to only one word here. Okay, rule. Okay, so here's the first question number 4. So let's highlight some keyword for this question. Bedroom and bathroom. Okay, let's highlight blah blah is not allowed. Something is not allowed. Okay, let's listen it.
And you can find a comfortable lounge with a big balcony on the same floor.
How about bedroom and bathroom?
They are both on the top.
How many students are there in one flat?
4 to 6.
I wonder if I have to share a bathroom with others.
No, we provide every student a bedroom and a bathroom.
Great.
Now, look at questions 4 to 10. Four to 10. There are some rules in Thomas House. Firstly, smoking is not allowed in both your bedroom and the bathroom.
Okay, smoking is not allowed both in bathroom and bedroom. So smoking would be the answer. Smoking. Okay, smoking is not allowed 2 bedroom and bathroom. Let's move on for question number 5. Blah blah room use before 11 p.m. So maybe they will talk about a specific room and that people can use before 11 p.m. Okay, let's listen it.
Does the house have a smoking section?
No, you can smoke on the balcony or outside the house.
Advisor, is there a laundry in the house?
Of course, laundry room is located on the right corner of the second floor.
Sure.
But please do not use it after 11 o'clock.
Is it free?
So they are talking about laundry room, and she was saying that please do not use this room after 11 p.m. Okay, that means he has to use a laundry room before 11 p.m. So the answer would be laundry. Okay. Laundry. Laundry. Okay, the answer would be laundry. Now we're going to listen for question number 6. Lagoon, blah blah after 11 p.m. Let's listen it.
Free to us?
In fact, you don't need to pay any bills which are included in your accommodation fee, but you have to pay laundry fee.
How much?
We offer 2 coin-operated washing machines. The large one is £2.50 and the small one is £1.60.
If the lounge has a time restriction?
Definitely. We ask all students to keep quiet and do not make noise after 11 o'clock.
We know there is a backyard in the house.
Yes.
If we can park our car there?
No, we do not allow parking in our yard.
Sorry.
We offer a laundry fee.
How much?
We offer 2 coin-operated washing machines. The large one is £2.50 and the small one is £1.60.
If the lounge has a time restriction?
Definitely. We ask all students to keep quiet and do not make noise after 11 o'clock.
We know.
Okay, did you got the answer? He was asking if the lounge has time restriction. The person was saying that definitely. The lady was saying that definitely we ask all students to keep quiet and do not make noise after 11 o'clock. So quiet, C-U-I-E-T, quiet would be the answer. Quiet after 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, and here we can see it's saying that after quite after 11 p.m. Okay, so the answer would be quiet. Now we're going to listen it for question number 7. Year blah blah. Let's listen it.
There is a backyard in the house.
Yes.
If we can park our car there?
No, we do not allow parking in our yard.
Okay.
So no parking, as she was saying that we do not allow parking in our year. Okay, so the answer would be non-parking. Okay. Now let's move on to question number 8 to 10. So here's the another instruction for us. No more than 3 words and our number for each answer. Okay. Blah blah is only allowed on weekends. Okay. Let's listen it.
Could we invite some friends to hold a party in the garden or lounge?
We only allow party on weekends.
Okay, and the person was saying that could we invite some friend to hold a party in the garden or lounge? So the answer would be party. Okay, P-A-R-T. Wait, party is only allowed on weekend. As she was saying that we only allow party on weekends. So in weekends, party is allowed, but not in weekdays. Okay, I hope you got the answer. Now let's move on for question number 9. The opening time of the front door is opening time of the front door is blah blah. Let's listen it.
Fine.
The last rule is to pay attention to the opening time of the front hall. The door is locked at 11 p.m. and opened again at 6 a.m. in the next morning.
Okay, the opening time of the front door is 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Let me explain it to you. As she was saying that the door is locked at 11 p.m. We are not supposed to hear for closing time, but we are supposed to listen the opening time. Okay, so as she was saying that the the door is locked at 11 p.m. and opened again at 6 a.m. in the next morning. So 6 a.m. will be the answer. I hope you got it right now. Let's move on. You can go to room 101 beside reception to get a go to room 101 to get a blah blah. Let's listen it.
Remember to take the front door key when you go out early or come back late.
How could we get the front door key?
You can go to residence office building and get your key in room 101.
Okay, I hope you got the answer. The answer would be front uh, door key. Okay, front door key. Because she was saying that um, remember to take the front door key when you go out early or come back later. And the student was asking for how could we get the front door key, and the lady was replying that you can go to residence office building and get your key in the room 101. So the answer would be front door key. So that's all about our part 1. Let's move on to part 2. Question number, now we're going to listen for question number 11 to 17. Okay, here's another instruction for us. No more than 2 words and a number for each answer. Okay, let's read it. Item, tennis, socks. Okay, now number of teams. Let's highlight it. Number of teams in tennis. Okay, let's listen it.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 17. Good morning, everyone. I'm Mary White, the Secretary of the exciting sports club. Welcome to attend Match's arrangement meeting. I know you are looking forward to a great season. Now, I'd like to give you a short introduction to our arrangement in this season. This season, we still have 2 competitions. One is tennis and the other is soccer. Let's start with tennis. There will be 6 teams competition. We hope the players' ages are between 6.
Okay, the answer would be 6. 6, okay. The answer would be 6. Or you can write it also in number, but I wrote it in letter, okay. But so let me explain it to you. So she was talking about tennis, and she was saying that there she was saying, let's start with tennis. There will be 6 team competition. So the answer would be 6. Okay. Now let's move on for question number 12. Chokers. Okay, it's in the column of chokers. Chokers. Okay, up to blah blah. Let's listen it.
16 and 22 years old. While the number of soccer teams is only 4 in this season, because we hope all players' ages are no more than 20 years old. Now, in this new season, there are some changes. The first one is the venue. We will arrange all our matches for both the tennis and soccer competitions in Magic Park instead of Darry Park, which was used last year.
Okay,
We hope the players. There will be 6 teams competition. We hope the players' ages are between 16 and 22 years old. While the number of soccer teams is only 4 in this season, because we hope all players' ages are no more than 20 years old.
so the answer would be 20. Okay, because she was saying that she was talking about soccer's let's okay, she was talking about soccer's, and she was saying that there is 4 team and all players ages are no more than 20 years old. Okay, that's why the answer would be 20. I hope you got the answer right now. Now let's listen for question number 13. Okay, court 2 and blah blah 13. Let's listen it for question number 13 and 14. Okay.
Now, in this new season, there are some changes. The first one is the venue. We will arrange all our matches for both the tennis and soccer competitions in Magic Park instead of Darry Park, which was.
Okay, here the answer would be venue. VENUE, venue, because she was saying that, let me explain to you. She was saying that in this new season there are some changes. The first one is the venue. Okay, that's what the answer would be, venue. Now let's listen for question number 14.
Was used last year. Tennis matches will be arranged on Court 2 and Court 4 will hold soccer matches. Our match schedule.
Okay. The answer would be Court 4. Court 4, as she was saying that a tennis match will be arranged on Court 2 and Court 4 will be hold soccer's match. So soccer's match will be played on Court 4. That's why the answer would be Court 4. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 15. Date of tennis, let's listen it. Okay, date. Oh no, date for tennis. Okay, let's listen it.
All tennis matches will be played on Sunday afternoons. All matches will begin at 2 o'clock. Soccer matches in this season will be played at 7 o'clock on Sunday afternoons. Our match schedule, all tennis matches will be played on Sunday afternoons.
Okay, I hope you got the answer. Sorry, I hope you got the answer. The answer would be Sunday afternoon. AFTERN afternoon. Oh no. Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoons, because she was saying that all tennis matches will be played on Sunday afternoons. Okay, now let's listen for question number 16 and 17. Okay, George Hansen. Okay, George Hansen for tennis, and you have to listen it for Shukers and name, and let's listen it.
All matches will begin at 2 o'clock. Soccer matches in this season will be played at 7 o'clock on Saturday evenings. The joining fee is still £30, including a new sport gear. We still offer a week of training session before formal match for our new players. There are 2 training sessions at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on next Friday and Saturday afternoon. The fee is only £12. Now, I'd like to introduce the coach of each training session, George Hansen.
So now the answer would be coach, CO coach, because she was talking, she's introducing coach of coach for each playing. Okay, that's why the answer would be coach. So here for tennis, the coach is George Hansen, and we have to listen the course, coach name of the Shockers game. Okay, let's listen it.
Who has been supervised the tennis teams for over 4 years, will still be coach this season. While we will invite a good soccer coach who has enough patience and professional skills to work as this season's soccer coach. His name is Paul Batt.
So as he was talking about Shockers coach, and she was saying that his name is Paul, but Paul, Paul, but BT, no, but okay, Paul, but. Now let's move on for question number 18 to 20. Here's another instruction for us: no more than 2 words for each answer. Just keep it in your mind. Okay. Let's highlight some code for this question. The the match always begins with I'm sorry.
Now, look at questions 18 to 20. Now, listen carefully and answer questions. In addition, we offer some activities to thank all players. Please look at your brochure. There are some activities and their time arrangements. At the beginning, we hope to start the season with a barbecue dinner on next Saturday.
So the answer would be barbecue, bar, barbecue dinner. Barbecue. Oh no, I didn't write it. Barbecue dinner. As she was saying that at beginning we hope to start the season with a barbecue dinner. Okay, that's right. The answer would be barbecue dinner. Okay, now let's move on to listen it for question number 19, and let's find out some code for this question. Will be awarded on our ad prize. Will be awarded and on our and prize. Okay, whom we have to listen it. Let's listen it.
In Magic Park. I do really hope all players will go there to enjoy the dinner, and you may invite your relatives and friends. Of course, they have to pay a little fee, with just £5. And then, after the final match in the season, we will vote this season's MVP, the most valuable player. The 2 players from tennis team and soccer team will gain an honour and a prize from our sports centre.
Okay, whom it's a little bit tricky for beginners to answer this question, but I don't think it's tricky to get the answer. So the answer would be MVP, as she was saying. So let me explain it to you. So she was saying that after the final match is in the season, we will vote this season's MVP, the most valuable player. Okay, MVP means the most valuable player. The 2 players from tennis team and soccer team will gain an honor and prize for our sports center. So the answer would be MVP. Okay, I hope you got the answer. So if you don't get the answer, I suggest you to pause this video right now and rewatch this video or re-listen the audio clip, and I hope after listening the audio clip again, I hope you will get the answer and it would be more clear to you. Okay, let's move on. Now we are going to listen for question number 20. Let's find out some code for this question. All players must write a. So players must write a blah blah by April 18th. Let's listen it.
This season, we hope all players can send a confirm letter to us to ensure our match arrangement. So please write to us before the deadline. It is on Thursday, 18th of April.
Okay, the answer would be confirm letter. Okay, CONFIRM, confirm, LETTER letter. Let me explain it to you. She was saying that this session we hope all players can send a confirm letter to us to ensure our match arrangement. So please write to us before the deadline. It is on Thursday, 18th April. So the answer would be confirmed letter. I hope you got the answer. Okay, and it's really easy to get the answer after getting my explanation, I hope. Okay, don't worry, this video will remain in my YouTube channel. You can watch this video again and again and again. Okay, So that's all about part 2. Let's move on to practice with part 3. So here's another instruction for us. No more than 3 words and or a number for each answer. Okay, so let's find out some keyword for this question. The tutor's new room number is. Tutor's new room number is. Maybe we are going to listen a number. Okay,
Now 24. Come in, please.
Good afternoon. Oh, I am sorry. Is it Professor Lee's office room?
No, it is room 640. His new room number is 614 on the right of this corridor.
okay. I hope you got the answer right now. As she was saying that his new room number is 614. The answer would be 614. Okay. Now let's move on for question number 22. The tutorial time is at. Now we're going to listen and at time. Okay, let's listen it.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Come in, please.
Good afternoon, Professor Lee.
Good afternoon. Come in, please. I remember our tutorial time is at 2 o'clock, right?
Really? Oh, I am so sorry. I remember it is at 1:30. So I go to common room to wait for 30 minutes, okay?
Okay, the answer would be 2 2 p.m. Okay, 2 p.m. As let me explain it to you to be clear to you. The lady was asking that I remember our tutorial time is at 2 o'clock, right? And the man was saying, "Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. I remember it is at half past 1." That means he was saying that it is 1:30 p.m. and and he was and the lady was saying that and he was saying that, oh, so I go to a common room to wait for 30 minutes as his class tutorial time is 2, but he came here 1:30, so he has to wait another 30 minutes for joining the class, as the class will be start or tutorial class will be start 2 p.m. and I hope you got the answer. So the answer would be 2 p.m. Okay. Let's move on for question number 23. The reason for the student to see his tutor is to. Reason for the student to see his tutor is to. So you have to listen it for a reason.
No, I'm free now. Let's begin.
I am so sorry.
That doesn't matter. So, how about your work?
In fact, Professor Lee, can I get an extension of time to hand in my work? I mean, I hope to extend my thesis deadline.
Jake.
Okay, he was saying that I hope to extend my thesis deadline. So the reason would be extend thesis deadline. The answer would be extend THEI thesis THI oh no S thesis deadline. Okay, deadline. Now let's listen it for question number 24. The students' trouble is to have many blah blah to read. Okay, let's listen it.
James, you know extension is usually given only for medical or accident reasons. So what's your problem? You have a good beginning with your draft, isn't it right?
Yes, while I'm having too many reading materials to read.
Too many?
So the answer would be reading materials. Reading material. Materials, okay? Let me explain it to you. He was saying that I'm having too many reading materials to read. So he had here the sentence is saying the students trouble is to have many, okay, and he was saying he's facing too many reading materials, okay. So many reading materials, here is many and we have to write reading materials. I hope you got the answer. So let's move on for question number 25 to 28, and so let's read it. Choose the answer below and write the letters A to F next to question number 25 to 28. What recommendation does the tutor make about the reference books? Okay, we are out of time. Let's submit it and restart it again. Just give me few sec to re-click each answer again as we are out of time. Okay, 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 okay. Where is 16? 15. Where is 15? Okay. Okay, let's move on for practice with question number 25 to 28. So let's read it. Let's find out some question. What recommendation does the tutor make about the reference books? So recommendation about lecture books. Here all research method, many body, conclusion, avoid, arrangement.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 25 to 30.
So we have to select the answer for 25, 26, 27, 28. So let's listen it.
Do you bring your... First, the book by Bayer. I think it is really worth reading.
Read it all?
Yes, the topic of the book is nearly the same field.
So what do you think the answer would be? As she was saying, read it all, and she was saying yes. So the answer would be A. Okay, for 25 it would be A. Okay, as she was she was saying, first look first the book by Bear. I think it is really both read. The man was saying that read it all, and she was saying yes. So that's what the answer would be option A for all. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 26. Okay.
Field with you.
Okay, I'll read Bayer's book.
The next author is Oliver.
I heard that his argument is very strong, but the book is a little difficult.
You are right, but I still recommend you to know about his argument, which will give...
So the answer would be if, as he was saying that I heard that this argument is very strong, but the book is a little difficult. And the lady was saying that yes, you're right, but I still recommend you to know about his argument. So here we have argument in question number 5. So the answer would be if for 26. Okay, now we are going to listen for question number 27. Let's listen it.
give you a lot of help.
Fine. Do you think I should read Billy's book?
About Billy. I have to say his work is very good, especially his research method, but you do not need to read it now.
Right.
Okay, they were talking about Billy book, and she was saying that, but you don't need to read it now. So I think the option would be E. So he does not need to read it right now, so he can avoid it. So the answer would be option E for 27. Now let's listen it for question number 28. Okay.
Right. The last author is Andrew. How about his book?
In my opinion, the one by Andrew says the research findings. I mean, his last part is very excellent, clear and persuasive.
I agree.
Okay. So the answer would be D. Let me explain to you. She was saying that, in my opinion, the one by Andrew says the research finding. I mean, his last part is very excellent, clear and uh, persuasive. So last part, they're talking about the last part, and she was saying that it was excellent and persuasive. So the answer would be conclusion. Okay, so that's what the answer would be option D. Now let's move on for question number 29 to 30. So let's read it. Choose two letters A to E. Which two of the following points does the tutor warn students research works? Okay. Two points student research works. Okay. uh, interviews make data clearly, time arrangement, reference books, questionnaire design. Let's listen it.
With you. I'm reading the book now.
Great.
How about others?
I suggest you finish these books next month, and then we will talk about others, okay?
Okay.
Have you begun your research work?
Yes.
How are things going?
That's okay. Except the research method.
What's wrong with the method?
I have made some interviews,
Yes.
but I found they couldn't give me the data I need.
Who are the interviewees?
Some are our classmates, and others are schoolmates.
Oh no. James, it's better for you to interview some professionals.
So, what do you think the answer would be? I'm sorry, my throat, because I had a cold for last 2 weeks, and still I'm a bit sick. Okay, just consider it. Okay, the answer would be interviews. Okay, because he was saying because she was asking who are the interviews, and she was saying that he was saying that some are our classmates and other schoolmates, and she was saying, oh no, James, it's better for you to interview some professionals. So the answer would be interviews, because they are talking, they are the tutor are just suggesting to take the interview of some professional. So the answer would be interviewers. Okay, interviews. Now let's move on for another option. Okay,
Do you think it is better for me to change another research method, such as questionnaire?
I don't think you will have enough time to design it and then analyze your research data.
okay, he was asking for a questionnaire questionnaire designer, but the lady was, I don't think you have to I don't think she was saying, I don't think you have to enough time to design it and then analyze it. So that means a DE cannot be answer at all, but it is already selected by mistake, but we have to select the correct one after listening the answer. Okay, let's listen it.
That will waste you a lot of time.
You're right.
And pay attention to your reference.
Reference books?
No, I mean you should make clearly about what reference books you read, and then write them after your thesis.
Okay, I'll make...
Okay, the answer would be D. Let me explain to you, because the lady was saying, and pay attention to your reference, and the man was saying reference books, and she was saying, no, I mean you should make clearly about what reference books you read and then write them after your thesis. So they are talking about reference books. Okay, that's what the answer of the reference book. So that's all about our part 2. Now we're going to practice with part 4 and question number 31 to 40. Okay, let's read another instruction that is given for us. No more than 2 words and a number for each answer. Okay, magic, meteor, astronomy, magic, meteor, astronomy. Meteor are usually named blah blah. Let's listen it.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40. This is Magic Time from the BBC. I am Faith. In today's programme, we invite a professor of astronomy. Welcome, Lewis.
Thanks a lot, Faith.
What magic
Okay, give me a few seconds to take some water because my throat is dry, time to time. I'm sorry. Take the time. Let's move on.
Information will you introduce to us?
We all know the Leonidas in August are coming, so today let's talk about meteors.
Good topic. At one time or another, almost everyone has glimpsed a swift little streak of light dashing across the night sky. Nearly everyone makes wishes when they see them and blame both good and bad luck on their presence.
Yes, these sudden celestial visitors are meteors. We often call it shooting star. The glowing trails are caused by the
Okay, the answer would be shooting star. Shooting S-T-A-R star. As she was saying that this is certain celestial visitors are meteors. We often call it shooting star. Okay, the answer would be shooting star. That's why. Okay, let's move on for question number 20 and 32. Meteorites belong to inner blah blah system.
incineration of a piece of celestial debris entering our atmosphere.
Many meteors are quick flashes, but some last long enough for us to track their brief course across the sky.
Right. Now and then, a meteor truly will light up the night, often brighter than Venus, although rarely, even brighter than the moon, leaving in its wake a dimly glowing trail that may persist for minutes.
Lewis, can we see some meteors every night in 1 year?
Yes, under a dark sky, any observer can expect to see between 2 and 7 meteors each hour, any night of the year. These are sporadic meteors.
Sporadic meteors?
Yes, their source bodies, meteorids, are part of the dusty background of the inner solar system.
Inner solar system. So the answer would be solar. Okay, S-O-L-A, solar. Okay, solar system. Now let's move on to listen for question number 33. Meteor storms are more beautiful and amazing than blah blah. Let's listen it.
Several times during the year, Earth encounters swarms of small particles that greatly increase the number of meteors. The result is a meteor shower, during which observers may see dozens of meteors every hour. Concentrations of material within the swarms may produce better than average displays in some years, with rates of hundreds per hour, and were treated to a truly amazing display in which thousands of visible meteors can be seen for a brief period. The phenomenon is called meteor storms, which are more magnificent than meteor showers.
Aha!
Okay, he was saying that he was saying meteors storms which are more magnificent than meteor showers. So the answer would be meteor meteor showers. H-O-W-E-R-S showers. Okay. Now let's move on to listen it for question number 34. Let's read it and find out some keyword for this question. Okay, the biggest meteor storms happened in blah blah. Let's listen it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Definitely. The meteors that appear during a meteor shower seem to come from one point in the sky. This illusion is an effect of perspective, just as a roadway seems to converge in the distance. Usually, meteor showers get the name of the constellation from which the meteors appear to radiate. Such as during the Perseid shower in August, meteors seem to streak from a point in the constellation Perseus.
When is the biggest meteor storm?
According to records, in 1833, a storm of 60,000 meteors an hour.
Okay, the answer would be 1833. 1833, as she was asking when the biggest meteor storm, and the man was replying that according to records, in 1833, a storm of 60,000 meteors an hour shocked the world. The answer, so that's why the answer would be 1833. Okay, let's move on to listen for question number 35. Leonids are usually connected with blah blah. Let's listen it.
Shocked the world.
60,000? That's unbelievable.
By the 1860s, scientists had known that many meteor showers were annual, including the normally placid Leonids, which produced the big storm, and that they were somehow related to comets.
Really?
Okay, the answer would be comets. Comets. Okay, the answer would be comets. As she was, as he was saying that, they are somehow related to. So related to and connected with are the synonym of each other. Okay, that and he was saying related to comets, and that's why the answer would be comets. Okay. Now we are going to listen it for question number 36. A blah blah is brighter than any of the stars and planets. Okay, let's listen it.
Yes, but most of the meteors people have seen during one of the annual showers arise from fluffy particles not much larger than sand grains. As a particle enters Earth's atmosphere, it collides with gas atoms and molecules. The particle becomes wrapped in a glowing sheath of heated air and vaporized material boiled off its own surface. No, in fact, it is an illusion. However, even well-trained professionals can be fooled, such as airline pilots have swerved to avoid meteors that were actually 160 kilometers away. A meteor that appears brighter than any of the stars and planets is a fireball.
Fireball?
Okay, the answer would be fireball. Fire B A double L ball. As he was saying that a meteor that appears brighter than any of the stars and planet is a fireball, and she was repeating it by asking a question, fireball. Okay, so that's what the answer will be, fireball. Now let's listen it for question number 37, and let's read it and let's find out some keyword for this question. Okay, most meteors appear color of blah blah. Now we are going to listen a name of color. Okay,
That's so interesting.
Yeah. Most meteors are seen 80 to 120 kilometers above the ground. Sometimes, someone will claim to see a fireball land on a hilltop. But in fact, a real fireball first appears at a height of about 125 kilometers and loses its brightness while still at least 20 kilometers above the ground.
Yes. What colours do meteors have?
Usually, most meteors look white, but some also appear blue, green.
okay, the answer would be white. But as he was saying that, as the man was, the lady was asking, what color of What uh, colors do meteors have? And he was replying that usually most meteors look white. Most, okay, that's why the answer would be most. And as we can see here, most meteor colors most meteors appears color of blah blah. And we heard it that he was saying that most he was saying that most meteors look white, but some also appear blue, green, and blah blah, as he was saying. So we don't need to listen them, or we don't need to write them on our exam paper, because we are just supposed to listen for most meteor, okay, and what is their color, okay. That's what the answer would be, white. Now let's move on for question number 38, and let's read it to find out some keyword for this question. In the 17th century, many people regarded mete- material meteorite as blah blah.
Yellow, orange, or even red.
What will happen if a meteoroid gets to the surface of the Earth without being completely vaporized?
It will be a meteorite.
I heard meteorites were long ago thought to be cast down as gifts from angels.
Yes, and others thought the gods were displaying their anger.
Really?
As late as the 17th century, many believed they fell from thunderstorms. They were nicknamed.
Okay, the answer would be thunderstorm. Okay, HUNDER, thunderstorm. T O, thunderstorms. Now, okay, let me explain it to you. As he was saying that as late as the 17th century, many believed they fell from thunderstorms. Okay, maybe I let's listen one more time.
The 17th century, many believed they fell from thunderstorms. They were nicknamed.
Okay, it's not thunderstorm, but it would be thunderstorm. Okay, thunderstorm would be the answer. STORM as thunderstorm. Okay, now let's move on to question number 39. The most magnificent meteorite event took place on blah blah 1908. Okay,
Named thunderstones. Many scientists didn't believe the accounts of people who claimed to have seen meteors, and some experts were skeptical that stones could fall from the clouds or the heaven.
Yes.
One of the most significant meteorite events in recent history destroyed hundreds of square miles of forest in Siberia on June the 30th, 1908. According to local witnesses, a ball of fire streaked through the sky and seemed to enter the atmosphere at an oblique angle. It exploded, sending out hot winds and loud noises. 1908 square miles most significant could fall claim to thunderstones. Many believe anger.
Really?
As late as the 17th century, many believed they fell from thunderstorms. They were nicknamed thunderstones. Many scientists didn't believe the accounts of people who claimed to have seen meteors, and some experts were skeptical that stones could fall from the clouds or the heaven.
Yes.
One of the most significant meteorite events in recent history destroyed hundreds of square miles of forest in Siberia on June the 30th, 1908. According to local witnesses,
Okay, the answer would be 30th June. You can write it June 30th. Okay, we can write it Stones cause he was at the end of his talking. He was saying, nickname is Thunderstone. Thunderstones. Okay, Thunderstones would be the answer. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 30. Let's read it and find out some code for this question. Okay, dinosaurs became extinct about blah blah years ago.
a ball of fire streaked through the sky and seemed to enter the atmosphere at an oblique angle. It exploded, sending out hot winds and loud noises, and shaking the ground enough to break windows in nearby villages. Small particles blown into the atmosphere lit the night sky for several days.
So, nowadays, the prevailing theory holds that a meteor exploded just above the surface.
Yes, most impact craters and basins larger than the meteor crater are heavily worn away, or have been buried by rocks and dirt as the Earth's surface changed. At present, Chicxulub Basin, centered in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, is the largest one. The diameter of basin is around 300 kilometers. Rock samples obtained by drilling into the basin show that an asteroid struck the Earth there about 65 million years ago.
Okay, the answer would be 65 million. Oh no, milli 65 millions. As he was saying that he was talking about dinosaurs extinct, and he was saying that uh, the basin show that an asteroid struck the Earth there about 65 years millions year ago. Okay, so that's why the answer would be 65 millions. Okay, 65 million. Now let's submit it and check out how much we get. Okay, we got 8.5 out of 9. Why we didn't get 9? Let's check it. 6. Oh no, it's not a mistake. I don't think it's a mistake. Maybe it's a problem with their website or their programming. Okay, that's what the answer is showing me wrong. Okay, it's not wrong, it can be right. Okay, now let's move on. Wow, it's really interesting. Oh, we have another mistake here. 6 a.m. Okay, it's not a I don't think it's a mistake. It's a wrong answer. It's also correct, but it's maybe problem with their website. Okay, that's why it's showing false. So this one, question number 9 and question number 11, these two are not wrong. They're correct. Okay, don't be panic. Okay, we just got two mistakes, but they are not wrong answer at all. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the whole session. That's all about our today's lecture or lesson. See you in the next class. Till the next one, just keep yourself good and smile, 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 and smile, and practice, practice, and practice a lot of time. Okay, see you in the next class. Bye